Hello, Odd Job Doer here, and today we're going to swap out some of these lights here. They're a little bit older. They run on like a fluorescent U-bulb. They're probably hard to find, and well, we got something slightly better to use. And now you can see here, one of the things that they didn't do when they installed this is they didn't caulk around the back side and stuff. All right, it's on the type, but you know, a little caulking. And let me show you here. We already got one busted open here, and you can see. Bugs and stuff living in there. And of course, this right here kind of goes into your house. And what we're doing here is a little bit tricky. We have these lights. They have a fitting that goes like that. You see that? And so I have an adapter to my my dealio here. Oh, had it been a normal bulb, you could put this in. See? And then you can hook this here up to it, this little guy again. I'll show another video. But since it's not a normal bulb, we're going to have to find the circuit another way. And so what we got here is this adapter. Yeah, you like that? There's like a socket on one side, has two hots on the other side, or in this case it would be a hot and a neutral. And so with the light switch off, and I double checked it with the, you know, this guy here, made sure it is off. I'm going to put on the roach clips onto these two leads coming out, plug in the adapter down there, and then I'll go look for the breaker. Alright, so we got this here. Just run it back over. No, it's not the jacuzzi. Should be a 15-20 amp. And I probably did this wrong, but I think I already found it. Okay, it's going strong on that one. Lights, front dining bath. Go ahead and turn that one off and try it out. Once you try it out, I'll just go around and see if the rest of the lights turned off. And I'll be right back. Alright, back out front here, and you can see normally this is lit up red. And their identificator is this light over here. This one's off now. So I'll double check the wires with the voltmeter, amp checker, you know, the hot wire checker. And then I'll start taking stuff apart. I'll take this off here, and I'll take off probably that bracket there, and definitely take off these wires here. Now there's 3 whites, 3 blacks. These two go away with the unit, and the other 2 stay there, and I will retwist the new feature in with those other ones. So I'm going to work on that. And ground, right over there. So that ground I actually untake from that screw, and I'll twist it to the other ground of the new fixture and put it on its new plate. Alright, so you can see we got ground wire. We got hot black, we got neutral. The old one's gone, new plate's up. If you look back in there, maybe you can see some kitty crawlers. I try to clean them out and clean up around the hole. Now we got the grounding screw here. And so this plate that comes on goes with 2 screws. And they got these other screws that actually mount this fixture on it. So you got this hole like right there where my thumb's at, on that side. And so you want those screws to be about, even or so. And yeah, so on the fixture, you got your hot black, you got your neutral, you got a ground. Let's go right here, 3D. And then this particular one has a red wire. We're not going to use that. If it had run like 4 wires or so, you could tie this in with the other light, so one kicks on, they all go on. And then another thing that's in this little deal is that thing right there, that little knob. That actually does the sensitivity. And so you want to set that, either max or minimum. I'm going to try a minimum on here because I just want basically the front door area here, not the whole neighborhood. And you got a switch down here, and this one here, which has a timer. So you got, I think it's a test, which means it stays on. Then you got 1, 5, and 10 minute for that switch. And over here you have dusk to dawn, dusk to dawn. And you can do off 3 or 6, or I think dusk to dawn, which means it'll stay on half dimmed. This is a dual bright unit. And somewhere, maybe down here, up here, I don't know, somewhere there's a deal that actually knows if it's, bright outside or not, so I won't turn on when it's bright outside. But we'll turn on half bright when it's dark enough, and if someone triggers it, it'll go full bright. And should be pretty neat. And well, I'll continue to work on this and get these wires hooked up and see if I can mount it back up here. Something like that. Yeah. All right, would you look at that? Job done, right? No. This right here needs to mount like so underneath there. And got a couple of special screws here. Do you see that there? That goes on top. And besides that, then we'll also run a bead of caulking right around, right around here. Whoop. Keep any splatters and critters down. Well, this one does fit pretty good, but things can still crawl in there. Things like that. Anyhow, and the other thing is, I ain't got no light bulbs. So it takes thinking the A19 bulb up in there. And what I'm going to do is they ask for incandescent, but they can go up to, what, 75 watts? 100 watts? 1,000 watts? They go up to 60 watts. You can see it down there. So on the thing it actually says 60 watts, A19 lamp. And so I'm going to look for some LED bulbs. And since this has the dual bright, I believe you have to get LED bulbs that are dimmable. So let me go get that, and I'll continue this later. All right, so here you go with light there installed. Yeah, I didn't do the caulking back here yet, but I will. And now we'll flip the switch and see what happens. Switch. We'll flip the switch and see what happens. All right. Oh, ooh, that's bright. See, got that there, all lit up. And now we'll test it out, do some adjustments on it. Otherwise, this is about done. So I'll do the caulking around it, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Yeah. All right, to finish up on this, I use, let's say I got a brush here, a little brush there, got a caulking gun. You can see right here there's a spout cutter hole. So in theory, you take this in, you put it in there, you squeeze the handle and cut it off. Also in this gun, there's a metal poker. So after you cut the tip off this, you poke it down and puncture the seal. Now, I've used these in the past, but after a while they just don't seem to work. So I'll be using a knife to cut an angle, and a little paper cloth that can wipe my hand off. I'll show you that in a little bit. And so what I'll start with is usually the brush here, and up your light and do a little bit of this kind of action. Get some of the dust off. And then we will, let's see, I'll go ahead and take this and, okay, so that's cut off now. And then I'll take this thing here, get some of this action here. I'll find it. Oh, stop. Okay, so there should poke a hole down that thing. All right. Then load it in the gun like so. And you're ready to go. More or less. There. So here then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here. See, on point. Knock in there. Gives a little squeeze. This here is 100% silicone, and you sloppily slap it on like so. Then what you do from here is the best tool next, if you can, is this thing right here. You give it one of these things here. And booger. And that's about it. You're trying to force into the gap there around the base of it. Yeah, that's how I got it. And so you do the other side. And you're gonna do this right here. Oh, that finger. Make it all better. And anyhow, so that basically covers it. And if you're doing like an inside light, same thing. It's probably like a 2-wire, 3-wire light. Just make sure you turn the breaker off. Make sure the circuit's dead. Take it off the wall. You know, if it's inside, you don't want to paint behind it. And then, you know, put your new one in and turn the breaker on. Take it out. You don't need to usually use silicone on the inside or anything like caulking around it. But on the outside, yeah. So keep the bugs out from your house and keep it a little more energy efficient and give it a better look, even though eventually that cleaner stuff up there will turn to this brown stuff here if the dust gets on it. So this is the Odd Job Doer. If you have any questions on this, leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Bye. Remember, keep it bright.